from the WHHS newsroom. Graduation is approaching, and a lot of seniors are starting to reflect on their past 4 years at Wade Hampton. Where they've been, where they are, and where they're going. Miriam Miller is one of those students, although her story is different than most.
Well, when I started high school, I was really, I was a freshman, fresh meat, very fresh, and very just excited about everything. Excited to be at the Fine Arts Center, where I spent half my day in the morning there, and just really exploring what acting looked like and studying that for the first time in my life. And really excited about going to Wade Hampton, and my brother was a senior, and just like had this whole image of what high school was going to be like, and it was going to be great, and I was going to love it. And really just like came into freshman year like with hands wide open, just excited to catch everything that I could. My excitement for high school kind of like turned into an excitement just like to be an adult, like grow up, and to be kind of like, when I think about freshman year, it's characterized by starting to date a guy that like I got really serious with, and that is like what I think of with freshman year. It's like
Miriam's relationship continued through her sophomore year.
And that also carried over into sophomore year, when I felt more established at the school, and I thought that I was a lot cooler than I was, and that I knew more. Wise fool, which is what sophomore means, is very true statement to who I thought I was. And also was taking steps in my acting career, just like figuring out what it looks like to be more established, and what furthering my education would look like. And so I applied for governor's school, and that really turned a whole new leaf. I got accepted, and
the summer before governor's school, everything changed for Miriam. Her boyfriend broke up with her, and she moved out of her house and began her new life.
And then started governor's school, and kind of like fell on my face. Like, it was the hardest thing I've ever done, which is good and lush, but also kind of the same way I entered freshman year, wanting to do everything all at once, and know everything, and just soak up everything I could, kind of turned into an unhealthy addiction of, I have to be the best, and everyone's gonna love me, and really kind of became a slave to my schoolwork, became a slave to acting, and the teachers hated it, and they like told me that they were thinking about sending me home, and kind of just told me like, you don't know what you think you know, and you need to, like, you're not very good at acting anyway, and just really slamming truth in my face, and telling me that I wasn't as good as my mind thought I was, and kind of just like sent me spiraling. Just felt like all of the foundations that I had planted myself in the past 2 years were gone. Just kind of really came face to face with, I cannot save myself, nor can I save anyone else. And kind of was in, well, not kind of, I was completely changed in one semester there. And during all of that turmoil in my inner self, was kind of rallied around by a community at Grace Church, and was kind of in a place where I was just like, I don't know what I think about this. These are just people wearing Christian t-shirts, and no one really is a Christian, and I think this is stupid, and it's kind of, but ended up at the youth group one night, and they were having like a prayer night, and I was just a wreck. I was a wreck. And one thing the speaker said through prayer was that we are most satisfied when Christ is most glorified. And just kind of, something clicked, something changed. My tears of pain kind of turned into like, oh, now I know why I'm crying, because Christ is not glorified in my life, and I'm not satisfied. And so that kind of like changed a whole new thing for me. I went back to school and didn't really care as much about my own progress, but started looking outward and like seeing all of these people that I should love, and care for.
The summer after her junior year, Miriam found out that her mother, a widow, was diagnosed with cancer.
She has 6 children, but none of them live with her. And it just became really apparent to me almost immediately, okay, Miriam, you are not going to governor's school next year. You're going to go back to Wade Hampton Fine Arts Center. And just knew that that was what I was doing. It's what I had to do. I loved my mom, which is another one. Anyway, so I knew I was coming back to Wade Hampton Fine Arts Center. We walked into the Wade Hampton office like 3 days before school started. And like my mom's a wreck. She's just like crying and going crazy. And I'm just like, can we just get informed so I can enroll again? And like embarrassed. Just like, oh, the traitor's coming back. Like, she left for governor's school. Just like knowing that that was kind of what I was entering back into. But started senior year and felt so at home at Wade Hampton and so at home at the Fine Arts Center, and the transition was so like I felt at home. That's what I felt, and even in a way that I didn't feel that way at governor's school. And at the Fine Arts Center, just like welcomed me back with open arms and really got to explore. Okay, like I still don't think I want to do theater. I'm not going to apply for college. I'm going to take a year off and I'm going to work at Waffle House, and that's my plan. And don't laugh because it's true. That's what I'm doing. And was so excited. And I had a teacher who kind of pulled me aside and was like, Miriam, like you are auditioning for acting colleges. You have to. It's part of your grade. Here's the money to go and audition, and here's the schools that you're auditioning for. So, love ya. Good luck. Like, get your work done. And spent the majority of the year having to work towards these college audition trips in January that I wasn't even sure why I was auditioning. And also teachers at Wade Hampton who, Mr. Bounds, I'm just gonna say his name, Mr. Bounds, just being in a class that challenged me academically and also artistically at the same time really was another game changer for me. I had no momentum to go to college next year, and kind of like the joint power teamwork between Terry, my teacher at Fine Arts Center, and Mr. Bounds, who neither of them had any idea that they were working in tandem to get me to college, really kind of are the reasons that I'm going. And I'm going to DePaul University in Chicago next year, studying theater art, and I know that I would not be going to DePaul if I hadn't come back to Wade Hampton my senior year. So I just have the utmost gratitude for the school that took me back and challenged me.
I don't think you could put it any better than that. And so, that's it from the WHHS Newsroom.